Yo,
Yo, what's poppin', bro?
what's up, bro?
You ready?
Yeah.
Jeez, why you just woke up?
uh, 40 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago?
Like 40.
Damn.
Not too bad.
What is it? You do overnights? Your job or something?
No, I just stay up late.
What the hell? I thought I would say, you like work overnight and stuff. All right, let's send it. I send it so I can edit all these videos and get to work.
All right.
You want to share your screen? That
Um,
way I can capture your.
yeah.
We have the Deathblade interview right now with Matthew, guys. It's this one right here. So make sure if you want to see some high level Deathblade or other classes too, because he doesn't play only Deathblade, he play other classes as well. So just make sure to see high quality content there too. All right, let me actually go here. Right monitor. Here. All right. You have the topics, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. The floor is yours. Yeah,
Okay.
arguably one of the best Deathblade in the world, but he doesn't want to say it because people get offended. But it is what it is. So
So I'll just go through the arc passive tree.
the line points out first.
Enlightenment. Okay.
Oh no, yeah, the evolution. My bad, my bad, my bad. Sorry.
Evolution. Okay. Standard. So you want to go full spec, and then crit is your substat. You don't really have that much crit on blade. You don't get any crit rate from any of your tripods or anything, so you have to get it from the arc passive tree. Um, and you might want to take keen sense, but after like testing, evolution damage is generally just better, especially if you have like a crit sin or um like support with drops of ether because they have like flash orbs now that give you like a bunch of crit rate. So keen sense is just like pretty low value. Um, so this is 10% evolution damage versus 20% if you put 2 points into this. So you're gaining 8% crit rate, but you're losing 10% evolution damage, which is actually
Yeesh.
pretty bad. Um, so like how evolution damage works is like I think it's like I don't know exactly how it works, but it's like a final multiplier on top of all your damage gains. So like on top of like grudge, curse doll, and all that, it's a final multiplier which scales really well unless you have like a lot of evolution damage. So um Blade doesn't get a lot of evolution damage because you don't run Blunt Spike. Blunt Spike gives you like 70% compared to like the other options, which only give like 20 to 25. So you don't actually reach the evolution cap. I don't know what the cap is, but it's like basically like if you don't run Blunt Spike, you kind of want to get as much evolution damage as you can.
Mm.
Um, and since Blade is an entropy, you run Strike, and this row right here, every other tripod gives evolution damage except this one. This one is specifically for entropy, which gives crit rate and crit damage. So you actually have even less evolution damage uh than like a non-entropy class. So that's also another reason why you take full limit break. You should be sitting around like 74, 75% crit rate with Adren 3. If you don't have the Adrenaline Relic book. And this is specifically for RE. I think Surge, you'd probably want to go more crit rate because the crit rate in that class kind of sucks.
Oh, you changed to RE?
But yeah, this is specifically for Ari.
Okay, that's good to know.
I haven't tested with Surge, but I could imagine more crit rate might be better because a lot of your damage is in one skill. I think 60% of your damage
Right.
is on Surge. So Keen Sense might be better in that scenario just to make it more to reach like the average a little bit better, like having more crit rate. But specifically for RE, I found that limit break was just generally better because like more evolution damage
More
is just
passive
OP
damage,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't tested for Surge. I swapped to RE recently. I
Yeah,
haven't really
I
done
thought it
anything
was
with Surge.
actually Surge, but that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah, I'm RE now.
The
Yeah.
dark side. Jeez.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and the third row, I mean, every entropy takes this one, so this is like a no-brainer. You get the crit rate, and then you get some crit damage also. And then for the last row, the only option for Blade is Standing Striker. All the other options are not good. MP Furnace does not work on Surge, so you don't want to take this. This is the only one that actually just gives you damage. The downside to this is like if you get like knocked a lot, you end up losing stacks because it's a stacking buff. Um, so it's kind of like a old Magic stream if you play with that. Like if you get hit, but this is a if you get pushed or paralyzed. So basically, if you get like knocked or like staggered, then you lose like some stacks. But this is like the only option for Blade. You can't run Blunt Spike. You don't have enough crit rate from anywhere. Because like you don't have any crit rate from your tree. You only get it from arc passive. So this is basically like this is basically a non-negotiable. The only thing that's negotiable is like maybe more points in keen sense. That's about it.
Mm.
So everything here is like gonna be standard.
So it's gonna be the second line. Is just kind of pretty much gonna be based on preference. The second line.
This one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Generally, if you have a crit sin, you should just always go limit break. If you don't have a crit sin, you can probably take 1 point into this if you want. It's not gonna be like make or break. The damage difference is very similar. But generally, if you have like a lot of crit rate already, like a crit sin, then you definitely just want to take evolution damage.
Yeah, most of the time they pair the Deathblades with like a striker or dance. Like they have that little crit on the side or a gunslinger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Basically, just any crit sin is good for you. And you just
Yeah.
take full limit break. Yeah, and that's evolution tree. We go over enlightenment. Enlightenment's just, I mean,
Straightforward.
enlightenment standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take all these. This node, this is specifically for 1680. So if you have full ancient accessories,
Right.
um, so if you're like 1660, I would so RE gets basically RE becomes fun once you get like this node. At
That
least in my
ha-
opinion.
that happened with
This
most of
node
the
right here.
classes. It happened with
Yeah,
most
I
of the
mean,
classes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most classes get like a lot of damage from this
From
node.
that.
But
Yeah.
this one doesn't matter that much for RE, but it just makes it more fun to play. So basically like you can just like go through the boss with the surge. So it's basically like a dark axle, but like it's like built into your kit. Like you don't lose anything
It
by
don't,
having this.
it don't matter where you hit it from. It's still gonna be the same damage.
Yeah, it's always a back attack.
Wow, that's huge, huh?
Yeah, and you can even do it like in place.
Oh
So
wow.
if you're like hitting from the back, you can just do it in place. You
And
don't
so,
have
so
to like.
so how does it stay? How do you? How does it
It's
go?
where your mouse cursor is.
Ah.
So if I aim over here, then I'll go through it. But if I
Wow.
aim like right here, it'll stay.
Oh wow, huge.
So then you can use it like to get out and stuff. It's like a lot of stuff you can do with this.
Oh my god.
This is literally what makes RE
Super fun,
like
right?
OP
Yeah.
and fun at the same time. Yeah. This is literally the node that makes it OP. Um
Jesus Christ.
so this is why everyone like swapped from Surge to RE, this node right
Yeah.
here. Um so if you're not 1680 and you can't get this node, it'll still be fine. Like it still does good damage. It's just I mean this is what makes it fun for me.
Right.
So I'm assuming that's like true for everyone. But yeah, I mean these nodes are all the same. Um and then the side node is not really anything that great. You just take this one. This one just gives you some extra meter gain and just 1% damage if you put 2 points into it. So it's 0.5 per point. So nothing crazy.
Mm.
The only other option is this one, but this only affects your skill damage. This does not affect your surge. You're losing like 20% damage on this node.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I just opt to take 2 points here, but it doesn't really matter what you take here. Like, it doesn't give you that much damage
Yeah, most of the classes
compared
on
to
the alignment points, it seems to be like a straightforward, and then just take 2 points or whatever else. But it's really minor, huh?
yeah, yeah. I think there's some classes that like it matters, but most classes like the side nodes don't give them much damage.
Mm.
Yeah, and this is for RE. If you're oh, do you want me to go over like Surge?
Well,
But
we can do like another one later for search. That way, I can have like a video of every class. You know, every engraving. I want to do 20 season one engraving, and then have. So if you want to do the search later on, I will take you again.
um,
You know.
I didn't really test anything with Surge, so like I'm
Yeah.
not like completely
No, no,
sure.
no. But I'm saying like next week or something. You know, like whenever you're ready to do another one for search.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like I don't know that much about Surge
Oh, okay,
anymore because
okay.
I didn't do any arc passive
I will
for
have to find
Surge.
somebody a search, man. It's all right.
Like I can like give a general idea. It's just yeah. I mean
Just
I
go
didn't
straight.
test anything, so I have no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, well I'll just talk about Ari for now. But yeah, this is what you take for Enlightenment. Leap.
A lot of mana. I like it.
Um, yeah, you need the mana.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You have
yeah.
yeah,
I
you have
like
no
it.
mana.
It's pure,
Um,
right?
yeah, you basically always need to eat food, even if you take this. Um, I think with an artist and a paladin, arc passive paladin and arc passive artist, you don't need to eat food, but generally, like you would need to eat food. Um, so generally for this tree, I take the T skill damage and the T cast speed slash mana, and then 3 points in transcendent power. But if you're gonna be doing reclear content, so if you're doing like reclear Daemon or like Echidna or whatever,
Yeah.
it's actually better to take more points into
Hyper awake.
transcendent power. Yeah, hyper awakening. If the fight's like 5 minutes, like and you get your hyper awakening, you can just like use your hyper awakening. It'll end up counting for like 10 to 15% of your damage because the fight's so short, right? So um so if you wanted to, like for reclear content, you just take 5 points in here and then probably take away 2 points there and just put it here. That's specifically for reclear content, like really old content that you just like phase through.
Yeah.
Um, but generally speaking, for like new raids and stuff, like your T skill is gonna be doing most like a lot more damage over time. So you're gonna want to generally run this setup when you're doing like Aegir or um like any new content that like takes a lot of time, right?
What is that 1 point on the on that? Yeah, that one.
Oh, this is just we have an extra 2 points. So you just put it here because like this is the only thing you can put.
Okay, okay.
Um, it just gives you extra charge awakening. You'll probably never use this. It's just,
Right,
I mean, it's just there. So
right. Why might as well just use
yeah,
it just in case. Yeah.
yeah. It was like I mean, we have the points and there's nothing else to put it in, so we just put it there because
Mm.
everything else is 4 points.
Most
So
of
yeah,
the deblades are gonna transition to RE anyway, so this is actually perfect.
yeah.
Yeah,
Most
I'm
people
gonna.
are already right now. It's just outright better right now. There's like no doubt about it.
I'm swapping too.
You going Ari?
Yeah, whenever I get there, I'm definitely swapping, bro. That's just crazy.
Yeah,
It's
the
so
arc passive
it looks super fun, you
for
know.
Ari is like very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun. Yeah. Yeah, and that's arc passive.
Now we got the
Um,
skills, triples, and rooms. Hey, Rocky,
yeah.
yeah, you're good, papi.
This is what you're gonna be running for most blades would run this. There's like an advanced build where you drop spin cutter and you take blitz rush. But I wouldn't really recommend that build because it's about the same. Well, it's higher damage in Trixion, but like in a real raid, you're not gonna be able to cycle that many skills that fast and land like all the back attacks. So this is generally what we're gonna be running. So um, Twin Shadow, there's like a few different options for like skill runes. Um, so I'll just go over Twin Shadow. You can take a focus rune on this, but I opt to take bleed and poison. So you can run both of these, bleed and poison.
Right, right.
So I run
It's
poison on turning slash,
a bit more damage, huh?
and yeah, it's not really that much more damage, but I mean, there's not really much other things you can take besides
Mm.
maybe another focus rune. But yeah, so I have bleed and poison on these two skills, twin shadow and turning slash, and uh, void strike's gonna be legendary wealth. This is very important. This is like your main meter gen right here. Galen on Earth Cleaver, legendary focus on Maelstrom. This one is 600 mana, so you definitely want to take like a use it every rotation. So definitely take a focus rune on this. Uh, Purple Galen on Spin Cutter. This is gonna be like your tool to like traverse the map, like to go around the boss sometimes
Yeah.
if you need to. I run. I recently swapped to legendary focus on Death Sentence. I used to run a Gale Wind on this, but after like testing, it didn't really matter if you had a Gale Wind on this or not. It does help the speed, but um, so when you do the rotation, basically after you Death Sentence, you're gonna be waiting for skill cooldowns anyways.
I might as well
So
just be
running a death,
slow, yeah.
yeah, running Gale Wind on this doesn't actually matter too much. So you don't lose anything by running a focus rune on this. So you get like a little bit more damage by running
The bleed.
the bleed here.
Right.
Yeah.
So compensate for it.
Yeah. And poison on this, I already said. And then legendary Gale Wind on this. You can run a wealth, but you don't need to, especially if you're like basically if you're playing the raid, as long as you don't miss more than one skill. Well, you can miss like multiple skills as long as you don't miss like Void Strike and Soul Absorber. Soul Absorber is going to be like your only charge move. So this is this skill.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of slow. So having a legendary Gale on this is pretty important to hit both hits. Let me show you how much meter it gives. So with Maelstrom, it gives like
One
maybe like 33%
right.
of your meter, and then Void Strike gives like another like
Third.
40% on top of that. So these two skills are going to be like your main meter gen.
Oh wow. So only two
So
skills alone they give you almost all the balls.
yeah, so it's very important that you don't miss those two skills. The wealth rune doesn't matter that much on, or it doesn't matter at all on Soul Absorber as long as you don't miss
The other
the skills.
skills.
So
Right.
yeah, just Void Strike and Soul Absorber. As long as you land these two, then you can
So
build the rest with
you
the
gotta
other
pry
skills.
those, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, they come up later in the rotation, because they're the longest cooldown. But yeah, just make sure you land these two skills. Otherwise, you're gonna be AFK for a while. So, yeah, those are the runes. Tripods. It's gonna be like pretty standard for all these. Twin Shadow. You just get meter gen, weak point detection, and forward slash. This is the one that makes it 2 charges. So it also gives you paralysis immunity. So when you use it, you get paralysis. Like if you use this tripod, and you have 2 charges. So if you like mess up your rotation, you can use like another twin shadow to build like meter. So yeah, so it actually builds like quite a bit with this tripod. Void Strike. You're gonna use the instant cast Void Strike, so it's gonna be Orb Control, Fist of Darkness. This is just like damage, and then Rising Slash is the normal cast, so you're not like charging.
Oh well.
It's a normal cast. You don't have to charge it or anything.
On Surge you actually use you don't use that, right?
No, Surge doesn't use
Yeah.
any of these skills actually. Well, any of the damage skills, the only ones they use is Turning Slash and Earth Cleaver. Everything else is different
Yeah.
on Surge. Earth Cleaver is going to be push, weak point, and leap attack. This is pretty standard. Maelstrom is going to be orb control. This is going to be so basically you get more meter when you have Maelstrom buff available. So this is like very important for like getting your meter
Ah. I was gonna
whenever you have like
I
this.
was gonna ask you that question, yeah, before I even forget. So the Maelstrom you use it before you cast the Surge, or you actually also use it to build your meter. So how is it used?
use it to build your meter, and it also gives you like attack speed. So
Right.
it makes you cycle your skills faster. So basically, think of it as like a buff for you. Like
Right. For
you
you
get
to
more
get more
meter, you get
meter.
more attack speed, and you get movement speed.
Mm.
So yeah, basically, so I'll do like a rotation without Maelstrom. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not full
Right.
meter. And then with Maelstrom, usually use these two skills first. Well, I can go over the rotation later, but
Yeah. Yeah.
use these two skills first, and then you Maelstrom here, and
Just
then
max out.
I have more like yeah,
Yeah.
max bar, but like I would have gotten like even more than
Like
that
more.
because
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
landed all my skills. Yeah, so this is very important. Just plus 30% meter gain on all your skills. It also gives you attack speed, so you cycle your skills faster. So this is just like a really good skill.
Yeah.
Um, it's also like it's a second synergy for your team. So like if you look at like logs or anything, this skill right here has about like a 70 to 80% uptime on your teammates if you're playing well.
Wow.
So it's actually like almost permanent attack speed for your team. It's a um very good thing about RE compared to Surge. Surge is like a little bit lower, probably around like 60%. So RE's like Maelstrom uptime is just really high.
What is the double slash is doing? Is that in the R passive search? Question mark. The double
Wait, what's up?
slash with double slash.
Double slash for what?
It's one of the skills. I think probably what was it like the search or 1680 R passive search any direction. Oh, okay, yeah. It's the R passive. Yep, that's why. No. Hey, they were just asking a question of the double slash if it was an R passive.
Oh no, this is RE. Yeah, this one's RE. Spin cutter, you only put 4 points into this.
This will be faster, right?
Uh, yeah, this used to be your synergy, but instead you opt to take synergy on a different skill, turning slash. So spin cutter is just like for mobility. So like if the boss teleports like across the map, then you can just get there a little bit faster. Um, so if you want to run the non-spin cutter build, you'd run Blitz Rush instead. I didn't do any testing with that. I think it's more damage, but I think it makes it like less fun.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also like there's
The
like too many
style, you lose the
cooldowns.
style, yeah.
Yeah, there's too many cooldowns to press. So like in a real raid, like in Trixion, like it'll be good, but like in a real raid, you're gonna be like um you're gonna have these cooldowns up that you like waste time to like not press. Like if you're pressing like Blitz Rush instead. So basically like you're cycling your surge is like a lot slower if you're running Blitz Rush. That's why I take a spin cut. Also, if you take Blitz Rush, you need to put it at level 10. So
Have
you
to
would
decrease the
decrease
other
all your
one.
skill.
Yeah,
Yeah, all your skill points would be like a lot lower. So
interesting.
I generally just don't recommend it. You don't gain that much damage in a real raid. But it is a I mean if you like Blitz Rush, then you can try it out or something. And also if you run Blitz Rush, you would need 8 damage gems instead of 7. So
Damn.
yeah, the build is 7 damage gems right now instead of 8. So if you had Blitz Rush, you would need 8 damage gems, which is like not
Not
ideal.
ideal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
If you're trying
expensive.
to gear out your blade, it's just gonna be spending a lot of gold on
On gems,
like
yeah.
damage gems. Yeah.
This is
Death
big.
Sentence,
This
this
is
is
big
gonna
damage. This is big damage, huh? Death
yeah.
sentence, right?
Yeah. All your skills do like
Oh,
pretty decent damage. It's like the damage breakdown is kind of like similar to Gunslinger a little bit. Or like Tie Scrapper. Basically it's like everything's like pretty even.
that's good.
Yeah. Death Sentence, you're gonna take quick prep and you take concussion. This is just damage. And stagger increases the stagger a bit. And then critical blow. This is just more damage.
Mm.
Turning Slash. This is where you run the synergy on Turning Slash. It's a 12-second buff, so you should
Damn.
always have it up. Yeah, when you cycle your Surge, basically you use Turning Slash every like 6 to 7 seconds. So, yeah, this buff should always be up. And this
Naturally.
is also your only push immune besides Surge. So the skill is very versatile. You can use Tenacity on this, and then just have extra push immune
Oh,
if you need it. And then Concentrate Tag is just it's more damage. Soul Absorber, you're gonna run Swift Fingers. The skill is really slow without this, so you definitely want to run this. And then Fist of Darkness is just damage, and then half. This one makes it a charge skill. So basically, this one right here just doubles the damage and gives you like double the meter. So like when you're steaming cast those old it's like 1 and then 2. This is the half part, the second part. So it's just more damage and more meter. So it's super good. Yeah. Yeah, and those are the skills. I generally recommend running this setup for
for
pretty
regular
much
content, yeah.
yeah, most blades should run this. If you wanna like test out like Blitz Rush, you can, but I would just recommend running this. This is like pretty similar damage for like less effort. Yeah,
And people are
I
already
mean this.
used to those skills, you know. That way you don't have to relearn something new.
Yeah, yeah. I mean most people are swapping from Surge. They actually don't know like any of these skills because they've been playing Surge for a while, right?
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Have the gems now?
Yeah, gems. Let's go here. So you're gonna run 7 damage gems. So 7
Oof.
damage gems. It's gonna be
Expensive
Earth
classes.
Cleaver. Yeah, Earth Cleaver, Death Sentence, Twin Shadow, Soul Absorber, Turning Slash, Void Strike, and Surge. So it's pretty much your whole kit, plus Surge. And in order of priority, Surge is going to be your highest. Surge accounts for like 20% of your damage. And then it's going to be Soul Absorber, which accounts for um, maybe around like 15 to 16% of your damage.
Well,
And then it's going to be Death Sentence, which is like 13 to 14. And then it's going to be your T.
interesting.
T is like pretty even with Death Sentence. So it's
Oh
going to be
wow.
around like 13% also. And then after that, it's like very close between Twin Shadow and Earth Cleaver. And then Turning Slash is going to be like your lowest. But Turning Slash, you take the synergy tripod on it instead of the damage. So yeah, it makes sense. It's going to be your lowest.
Uh,
So if you're trying to prioritize like what gems to take, all of them are pretty even, like I said, but Surge is going to be like your highest damage contributor, and then Soul Absorber, and then Death Sentence.
well, those two at
So if
least.
you, yeah, it's I have a level 10 here. This is like when I played Surge, but if I were to drop this, I would take level 9 damage gems on everything instead of taking this level
Right,
10.
right.
It would be more
More
damage
damage, yeah.
because
Everything is kind
yeah.
of close to it.
Yeah, so if you're building your gems, don't build your gems like this. Just get level 9s if you already have 8s. Getting level 9s on like your main 3 skills would be more damage than just getting a surge gem. And also you get more attack power because when you upgrade your gem, you get like attack power, which affects your other skills too.
Right.
So like the level 9s would also be better in that case.
Oh, we'll get to the T skills. We'll get to the T skills. I'll ask him that question. No problem. All right.
Yeah.
Then I was gonna ask you
So
about the
the
cooldown
cooldown.
ones. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna run Death Sentence cooldown, Maelstrom cooldown, Soul Absorber cooldown, and Void Strike. So at level 8, these are fine. But after level 8, the priority is going to be probably. So you want to get Maelstrom to level 8. Maelstrom level 8 is pretty important, but past level 8 it doesn't really matter.
Mm,
Void Strike, you can probably keep at like you can probably keep at like level 5, level 6.
interesting
Void
though.
Strike's not super important.
Good to know.
Souls Over, you want to get as high as possible. Ideally, you get like a level 10 cooldown, but obviously, like I mean,
Yeah,
not many people can get that.
I know,
I
I
don't even
know.
have it.
Yeah,
Death Sentence, it's fine at level 8, but also Death Sentence as high as possible is also good. So like a level 10 would be pretty good. Um, but yeah, generally if you're at level 8s, it's fine. Like I play on level 8s and it feels fine to play in the raid. But you'll notice like the cooldown when you're doing Trixion, so I wouldn't really think too much about it. Like in a real raid, you probably will not notice at all.
yeah.
But that's gonna be like the order for cooldowns.
Even seven will be kind of fine. I mean, I'm just talking in behalf of the average players. You know what I'm saying? Because eight for us is like, okay, yeah, these are main. We should have eight because we had tens before. But
Yeah,
for most people, I think sevens is kind of like okay-ish, right? Like it should be kind of
yeah.
fun.
RE is pretty gem intensive, so basically the higher gems you have,
The better
like
it's
the
gonna
it's
be.
just yeah, it's just straight up a damage increase. Like if you upgrade everything from like level 7 to 8,
Yeah,
it's a 4% damage plus the AP, so it's
yeah,
gonna be like even
huge.
higher than 4%.
Damn.
So it's just a straight up damage increase. Especially some of the cooldowns. If you're a good player, you'll notice like the cooldown issue that I mentioned. But if you're starting out, like you probably won't notice the cooldowns too much, so I wouldn't really worry too much about it. But generally speaking, if like for priority, you definitely want to get its souls over as high as possible, and then Maelstrom should be at least I want to say a level 7,
At least
but ideally you get like a
the
level
eight.
8. Yeah, souls are as high as possible. Probably like level 8 is fine, and then the other two you can probably leave at like level 7, level 6. Void Strike and Death Sentence, and then the damage gems obviously like as high as possible, like on all of them, with the three skills I mentioned as priority: Surge, Souls Over, and Death Sentence.
That's good to take
Um,
notes on, guys. Okay, because I know the idea is like, oh, let me get like a 10 on search, and but like he said, it's better for you to get more level nines on every other skill instead of having just 110 and just to flex, right? The reason why he had it like that is because he was search before, but you'll get more damage contribution just to the due to the fact that all the skills pretty much do the same damage or close to it. So
yeah,
it's really good to know.
that's the thing about RE. You kind of need a lot of gems for it to be like good damage.
Mm,
But if you have those gems, then it's really good damage, basically. Surge is like I don't want to say it's cheap because like it's still like expensive, like the Surge gem.
yeah.
But Surge is going to be generally like cheaper than RE because like you only need like a couple of gems to make it work
Mm.
versus like RE where you need like everything.
The sheepos. If you search nowadays, boys on tier 4, you sheepo, baby.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, we go
um
with the engravings and stone.
yeah. Engravings.
Yeah,
Um
diablo. What about those books, bro? Wait, what happened?
yeah. I'm almost
Gee.
done. Well, kind of. I need adrenaline grudge. I mean, that's not happening
You
anytime
have
soon.
you have
But
a car that you wanna sell, and then damn,
no.
bro. Jesus.
Yeah. Um. So generally speaking, you're gonna take adrenaline,
Demonios.
grudge, and ambush. These three are your main ones. The last two are gonna be like flex. You can take like Keen Blunt, Raid Captain, Raid Captain, Cursed All, basically any of those combinations. Um, but if you don't want to like worry about Raid Captain too much, I would just take this setup, which is just Keen Blunt and Cursed All. The damage values are like pretty similar. Technically, Raid Captain is better than Cursed All, but that's in like a Trixion setting. So if like you don't always have Maelstrom up, you're gonna be losing Raid Captain efficiency. Um,
Mm,
so this is like the setup that I would recommend if you like don't really want to think about it. Also, like if you have like some books, if you have Raid Captain books and you don't have like Cursed All or like you don't have Keen Blend, then that's fine. Like you just take Raid Captain because like the books kind of just depends like what books you have. You might not have any books, so if you like most people probably don't have any books, so you probably just take Keen Blend and Cursed All. Um, Yeah, the damage values are pretty similar. You used to not take Keen Blunt because you had Entropy set, which gave you like 65% crit rate or crit damage or whatever. But now that you don't have that anymore, more crit damage is actually pretty good on Entropy now, since you're missing like crit damage from your set.
Is
So Keen Blunt's actually a very good engraving.
is it a big difference between Ray Captain and Cursed?
Raid Captain is technically gonna be a little bit more damage, but it requires you to have Maelstrom up all the time,
Right. So
which
much
won't
stressful,
happen in
like you're
real raid.
saying.
Yeah, so it's gonna end up being around the same damage probably. So it kind of just depends like what books you have.
The only reason why I asked is
Um,
because some people are afraid of taking Cursed because of the damage reduction, right? You know.
yeah, I mean,
But you know,
that's the thing about like,
right.
yeah, I wouldn't really worry too much about that stuff. Like you're already taking Grudge.
Right.
If you're
That's
like you're worried about taking damage, like don't think about it that way. Just think about it like you need to like if you want to play like better damage grades, you need to play like
the more optimal thing.
play a bit more optimally. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're like out of pots by a certain point, like that means like you need to play a bit safer. You need to play maybe maybe figure out like what you're doing wrong
Right,
a little bit
right,
better, like what patterns you're getting hit by. Um so that's why I don't really like the argument, like where people say like cursed all, oh like my health pots are not healing me.
right.
Like but they like take grudge. I mean grudge is like the most damage that you can get from an engraving,
Yes, yes.
but it's kind of like the same deal. You're taking more damage, but that just means you need to dodge more patterns or like play better, like have support DRU, stuff like that. So
That's good that you
that's
mentioned it,
why
bro,
like
because it's still an argument till this point, to this day. A lot of people
yeah.
still have that mentality where like, oh, my pots, it's not healing me that much. But in reality, you just gotta get good. I'm sorry to be saying like that, but it is what it is, right? Like, it's
Yeah. But also like if you're end game content, like I have almost 300k HP, so like having the negative on curse stall, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but when I pot, it's still like it's still gonna be like 140k HP like potion, which is like
like,
pretty sizable if you think about it in terms of just like HP value.
yeah,
And it might change with like Braille, but like with current raids, like that purple HP pot is gonna be like more than enough to like
to
keep me
survive
alive
everything
for
else.
a
Yeah,
while.
definitely.
And Aegir is gonna be like the only raid that's gonna be like long at the moment, and it's not even long anymore with arc passive. So I don't know. Crystal is like not really like a negative unless like you are cheap about like the potions or like you don't
Like
like
me.
play super well. Yeah, I mean I understand like why people are cheap about it. It's just like
I got too
I
many
don't know.
characters, bro. For me, it's like consumable is a big expense for me.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like,
get that. But yeah, I mean that's just my view in Arcur stall. If
no,
you don't
that's
like it, you can just run Raid Captain. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. But Raid Captain, like I said, it's gonna be either way, you're gonna be trying a lot harder to keep Raid Captain up,
I'm still
and then
probably
you
gonna
might have
be
to run
getting
like
more
some
hit.
rage runes.
Right.
Yeah, you might have to run some like rage runes and stuff, and then Cursed Doll. You don't really have to think about anything besides like playing like a little bit better to minimize like the damage that you're taking or whatever. So
Right.
it's kind of like just pick whatever like you feel comfortable playing. Like I said, they're around the same damage. Raid Captain's technically higher ceiling. I run Cursed Stall generally because I have a Cursed Stall stone.
Oh damn.
So yeah, I have a
Oh,
Cursed Stall stone, so I had to run Cursed Stall.
oh
So
shit.
I didn't have a choice in that. But I mean, I would have ran Cursed Stall anyways because I don't know. Raid Captain is like a little bit annoying
Yeah,
to keep up.
that's what Mazero says. It's a little bit more stressful.
Yeah.
If
I
you
wouldn't say
can,
it's like more stressful. It's just like something. It's like something more to think about. Like
yes, I
if
know.
you're in a raid and then you don't have Maelstrom up, but then you do like a full rotation. It's like, well, I didn't have like the most raid captain efficiency out of that.
Right.
So yeah, and you can't really people like drink wine like for like the movement speed or whatever.
Mm,
You can't do that on RE-Blade because you need the mana resource from stake.
mm,
Because generally you're gonna be cycling your skills very fast where you don't have enough mana to keep up. So you definitely most of the time you're gonna be using stake. You can't like you can't take line to like make up for the raid captain either.
He's tier 4. You just take so much money. It's not even funny, bro. God
Yeah.
damn. All right.
Yeah.
That question he asked about, because we're gonna go cover it right now. The awakening and the hyper skill. That will be.
Awakening. Yeah. Awakening. This one. This one's more damaged. You can run the flash blink if you want. Flash blink's faster. It does less damage though. Yeah. Between this one's very fast, but it does less damage. The hyper awakening also does less damage. So yeah, this one's just more damage, and the hyper awakening does more damage. There's like I think most people don't know, but like some hyper awakenings do more damage than other hyper awakenings, like Gunlancer. The shield one's like a lot less than the crit one. Same with like Blade. This one's gonna be doing more. So I'll just hyper here to show you. So it's 3.9. And then if I swap it to Flash Blink, yeah, 2.6.
Oh
So it's
wow.
actually like a lot less damage.
Wow. Yeah, you're losing
Um,
1.2. Wow.
yeah.
1.3. Diablo.
This one's like nice to do, like to use in like a guarding raid if you like need meter.
Yes.
But it's not really optimal. Like if you want to do the most damage.
Because
But
on the Guardian, like when you pump it so much damage, I'd rather take that one instead. Because I'm not gonna be steaming for the Guardian. You know, the other one,
yeah,
the Flash.
I mean this one gives meter too. This one gives like full meter, but like you just have to cast like the whole thing. It basically almost gives full meter.
Ah.
So it doesn't actually matter, but in a raid you definitely want to take this one because
Yeah.
it's just more damage. By like it's like more by like 50%. It's like
Jesus, yeah.
pretty sizable. Yeah.
So now we're gonna go with the most one of the most important, and I always leave a rotation by the end, guys, because it's actually, in my opinion, this is what matters the most in every single class in the game is the rotation. So if your rotation is not on point, and this is a wow mentality player, like yeah, ain't doing good. So if you got your rotation on point, it's over for everybody.
Yeah.
Are you asking about re-insta cast versus recasting supercharge build for endgame? Yeah, we can go over those questions after. Let me see the rotation first, and then we.
All right, let me go over T first. So people take there's two options for RE-Blade.
Yeah.
So this one is the yellow one. This one is basically you dash forward a bit and then you leave behind like a trail that does like damage. This one you can use every other rotation. So it's very pretty much like half of your rotation includes your T with the skill. It's technically less damage than the other one, but I think it's more fluid to use and it's faster, and you can use it every other rotation. That's why I take this one. The blue one is also viable. I just don't like how long it takes to cast.
That's what Madero
But
say.
if you like seeing, what's up?
No, yeah, that's good. That's exactly what Madero say. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So this one is what more
So
damage, but you have to cast it, right?
it's more damage, but you also can only use it every third rotation, I think, because the cooldown's longer. Um, but it just takes like a long time to cast, basically. That's why I don't like using it. So in that time frame, the boss can just turn and you just like don't get the back attack. The other one's just like really fast to cast. This one, like you kind of just like sit still for a while. But technically, this one is technically more damage right now. But when we get Brel, we're gonna get like some nodes that makes the yellow T skill like instant cast. So when
Not
you're
actually
RE, you want to just cycle your skills as fast as possible. This animation right here is like pretty slow, right? But when we get Brel, it's gonna be like
instant.
it's gonna be like pretty much like that. It's like literally instant. But you don't have to like spacebar. You can just like move immediately after, like use a skill. So yeah, with the Brel, it's gonna be like a lot faster. So I recommend taking this one for Brel.
Damn.
Um, Yeah.
It off.
Also, this one's a fixed distance dash, so, which is like what a lot of people don't like. But it's gonna be fixed next week. We're getting the balance patch, so it's gonna be like where your mouse cursor is. So it's kind of like where it's kind of like surge when you're like
Right.
surging to a location. So it's gonna be like where your mouse cursor is instead of like a fixed distance like that. So that's like why I'm gonna
Oh.
take T or this yellow one. So it's just better with the Brel,
Yeah.
and then also with the change next week, we can just like choose where to go with a dash.
That's
It's like very
huge.
flexible skill. So if you're like right here, you can just use this to get to the back and then start hitting the boss.
Damn.
So that's why I like using it personally. But the blue one you can use if you want. It's technically more damage in Trixion. Um, but yeah, it's just up to you right at the moment. That's why I use the yellow one.
Jeez. You got it, Madero? You happy with that? I used the other one too, yeah. But now, I don't know. We'll see.
This one takes a lot of practice to use. I mean, again, it's a fixed distance, but next week they're making it so it just goes to your mouse cursor. So
Yeah, with the mouse is way better.
yeah, yeah,
With the mouse, yeah. All
yeah.
right, the
I can go over.
the
Yeah.
rotation, the rotation is gonna
Okay.
be huge.
So yeah, rotation. You're gonna start with Twin Shadow and Death Sentence. Actually, I'll just go over the rotation like initially,
Yeah,
and then I
with
can go over the rotation for like an optimal opening.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
with
So this is
spinning
just
and
like this
stuff.
is the normal rotation. So it's gonna be Twin Shadow, so Q, then Death Sentence. These two first, and then you're gonna do Maelstrom, and then Turning Slash, Earth Cleaver, DE, and then your two main meter gens right there, Soul Absorber and Void Strike, and then you Surge. So then I'll just do it like really fast.
Oh wow.
So
Oh,
yeah, that's gonna be your rotation.
they reset right after you surge, huh? Yeah, so you actually never
Yeah,
stopping, huh?
yeah.
You actually never
This class has
stops.
no cooldowns.
Now I understand why
You have like
someone
some
wanna.
cooldowns. Yeah, you have some cooldowns, but like in a real raid, generally you won't be feeling that with like decent level gems.
Damn, no wonder why the money is
So
so easy.
yeah, so I'll fit in. Let me fit in the T now. Um, so yeah, you just do the regular rotation, and then you do Twin Shadow, Death Sentence, and then you Maelstrom, and then you fit in your T right here because you're gonna have downtime where you're waiting for
Ah,
Turning Slash.
so you wanna use it on the second rotation, huh?
Well, you use it whenever you have it up,
Yeah,
but it comes out every other rotation. So right there, it came up.
right.
So I use this, and then this is just a normal rotation that I went over. And then when you search here, Twin Shadow, Death Sentence, and then Maelstrom, and then you have your T again. You use it right there where you have downtime. So you
Damn.
have like you wait like half a second for Turning Slash. So that's where you use your T. Um, that's why I like using this one. This one's every other rotation. The blue one's every third rotation. So this one feels like a little bit more fluid to do. Um, but yeah, and then I can go over
The optimal one.
the optimal like opening rotation. You should stimmy, because you get like a buff, your RE buff after you surge, which is 48% attack power.
Oh
So you
wow.
definitely want to stimmy on this class or get full meter. And then opening rotation is just gonna be um so like you're walking up to the boss and then you T, and then you use your turning slash for synergy, and then maelstrom, and then you surge. So I'll do it again. So it's gonna be T. Yeah. And then you're gonna turning slash, maelstrom, and then you're gonna
Search again.
prioritize Soul Absorber and Void Strike first, because you wanna put these on cooldown ASAP because they're the longest cooldown. And then you're gonna cycle like some of these skills to get full meter, and then surge again. There's like I wouldn't really worry about this because you're not really gonna be doing this except for like the beginning of the fight.
I know, guys, right?
Um,
I got work to do. Hey, do you and me both, Matero? The CD resets are just crazy. Indeed, that's what I'm looking at right now. That's why I'm like, what the? No wonder he's
yeah,
just like
I'll,
non-stop. And he talk about the mana so much is because of this. Bro, he's never stopping.
yeah, I can just do it real fast because I mean,
Literally,
they can slow it down later. It's kind of hard to follow along right now, but basically you T, and then you just like do this regular rotation,
wow.
and then you have T again right here.
Bro, what? This is stupid, bro.
And then you just do like your regular rotation right here. And then you have T again right here.
Wow. Bro, who's not going out? Are you crazy?
Well, I mean, that's just the opening rotation. If you want to just do like a regular rotation, it's very easy, very simple to do. This is just like opening rotation. Like I said, it's only like the first part of the fight, and you don't really gain that much damage out of doing it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah,
What about the
it's nothing.
what about the awakening? Let's say for example, if you know that let's say for example somebody gonna take a clash in Tema Gate 3, and will you use it there or not? The awakening.
Uh,
So how do you use that awakening? You use it to gain meter or in an outro
usually
window?
don't I don't really use it too much because it's about the same damage as like your skill rotation, especially if like the boss is like standing still because you can get the back attack.
Yeah.
Um, it's good damage, but I usually use it to like if I like fuck up. So let's say like I'm building meter here, and then like I miss my souls over,
Yeah.
and I'm out of meter, and I don't have any skills. I just awakening
Just to
to fix my
gain
rotation.
what
Yeah,
the
because like when you,
it's great.
here, I'll show you.
Qué
If you
poderoso.
surge with not enough bubbles, you see how like your rotation is just fucked because
Yeah,
you're waiting like 10
scuffed.
seconds. So yeah, you I kind of save awakening for situations like that. Um, Another situation I use it is like if I need it for push immune. So if the boss is like doing like a push immune like pattern where like I'm gonna fall, I can just use it for push immune if I don't have
Indeed.
anything up. Um, yeah, the ulti is not really that much damage. Um, it's good damage, especially in like an Atcha window, but I
Right.
wouldn't really worry too much about the ulti usage. I would just like use it as I see fit and then save it for hyper awakening whenever I need to hyper awaken, basically.
Mm. That made my fingers sweat. Bro, it's crazy because I was using it not wrongly, but like different, you know what I'm saying? Like his mentality of the users is just completely different. This guy is the goat, not gonna lie. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yo, any questions, guys? Any questions? Anything that you want to add? The class and stuff? Damn.
I can go over so I can go over Atro window also.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Um so there's a couple Atro windows you can do. One of them is using the awakening. So
Yambi.
the one that I do personally is the one that fits in two T's. It's gonna be better when we get the instant cast T. Um can I pull up a clip
Yeah,
and you can just
sure. And
watch it?
another thing too, he asked, he said, can you ask him about RE instant cast versus RE casting a supercharged build for endgame?
I personally like the instant cast is like a lot more smooth. I would not play the
Supercharged.
supercharged build. If you want to, you can, but you're kind of just like sitting still a lot of the time. Um, like charging skills, and then like the boss could turn, so you just like lose a lot of damage.
Yeah,
So in a real raid, I feel like the supercharge is not fun
a little risky.
personally,
Yeah,
and um, also the supercharge build you run most of the same skills. So the twin shadow, death sentence, like these instant cast skills that you use anyways.
so you're losing the damage from the
These four, like
supercharge.
yeah, you don't get damage from the supercharge.
Any value?
So you're
Yeah.
losing, yeah, you're losing like 25% of your damage, 25 to 30% of your damage. Is not getting benefit from supercharge, so it's also bad for that. I highly this I highly recommend not taking that build. Basically, don't take the supercharge. It's not good. Not good. It might feel like if you like playing the old RE, like I guess, but like it's not. I don't think it's good. It's not good. Um,
You have
yeah.
the,
Let me link you
the clip.
the clip.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you can show it there, and if you have it.
yeah. I like the clip.
Oh, you send it to me.
Yeah, it'll be.
Can you send it on my Can you message me on
Yeah, I did. I did.
no, I'm saying on Twitch. Can you send it to me on Twitch on a message? I
Uh,
just that way I can grab it from
yeah,
there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, perfect. So this will be the window.
yeah. So it's not really that big a deal, but it looks cool. So this sword thing right here, your T goes through it. So there's also like another reason why people don't like the T, because like some bosses you like go through the boss with a T.
Did you hit
Um,
three surges with how many surges?
it's two T's,
It's
two
two
T's,
T's. Okay.
and two surges. Yeah, your T is gonna be your
Oh
highest
wow.
damage per cast spell.
Yeah, two T's and two surges. Jesus Christ. Let me go
Yeah,
back
you see
again.
how I got two T's in there?
Yeah.
It's a pretty hard atro rotation, especially in the raid, and especially on the sword here because you go through the boss with your T because you can
Jesus
see like
Christ.
where I position. I spacebarred up to T back down,
Right.
but you don't have to do that next week. So if you like you're on the
Damn.
fence like which one to use, the T you'll be able to use it in place.
Oh, this is the guy
Next
I
week.
was watching. The one and only, papi. What you gonna be watching? Powder Snow? Nah. Or news,
But yeah,
papi. Nah, Powder Snow.
yeah, that's the astro rotation with double T, but there's also astro rotation with three surges. Um, so I can show it real quick.
El Team
So
Moreno.
you're gonna surge, and then
Right.
that's
Right.
like the astro rotation.
Right. That's what I was.
Um, but yeah, it's not really a big a deal on RE because again, like a lot of your damage is like very similar. So these atro rotations are not really necessary. You can just kind of atro whenever you want. Basically, ideally, you want to atro with either your T, your Soul Absorber, or your Surge. So those three skills, like your big hitters, or even like your Awakening. So any of those three, like any of those four, is fine to atron. You don't really have to worry too much about like when to atro. It's just like this is just like the most damage that you can get out of your atro. It's kind of hard to do in a real raid, so I wouldn't really like worry too much about it. Basically,
I was gonna make a bar, now I wanna make a Deathblade.
yeah, Blade is really fun, but like I said, you kind of want 1680 if you want to
Yeah,
play RE
bro,
Blade.
it's so sad
It's
that
like
a lot of you are showcasing that this is it's funny because I wanted you guys to be 1680 and have full art passive to show the full potential, but now when you guys are showing the full potential of the classes, bro, like 1680 is the way to go, man. Like it's just a different
yeah,
gameplay right now at 1680,
yeah,
just crazy on
yeah,
every
tier
class.
4.
Yeah, for it's insane, man. Wow, we're missing out a lot, guys, huh? Well,
Yeah, that's
Matt, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate the time you took to teach us the way of Deathblade on RE,
yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you
and
have any questions, you can always ask me.
definitely
I have a Discord or like even my Twitch is fine too.
make sure to
Yeah.
some clap for Matt, guys, and 1680 honey stream when I don't know I don't know. We'll see. Much love, Matt, and I'll see you around, brother. And once again, thank you so much, and just come with me for anything, huh?
Yeah, no problem. Later. Thank
All
you.
right, take care, bye. Sheesh. And there he is, guys. There it is, boys. Claro que poderoso. Yo, we got a lot of good insight today, guys, huh? Yo, Matty, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. When you te con la serenade, let me know indeed, my lord. Yo, Matt, thank you so much, brother. You streaming today by any chance or not? I'm going to be watching. In half of competent players, every class looks good indeed, my lord. The thing is that you can pick, a little bit of their brain, the reason why they use certain things and why they, and it's huge. Because we used to play our way, and you don't really see the other people's point of view for whatever reason it is. And Affection, thank you for the follow. Aspo Guy, thank you for the follow. Flashes Flop, thank you for the follow. I didn't see you guys. Okay, making different content, making interviews, indeed. Oh, you're streaming later? El Shane. Poderoso, Yo, Matt, thank you so much, man. Guys, I was going to continue streaming, but you know what? I'm going to end the stream here because I want to work on the videos. I want to make sure to put the, guys already know the video. So let me see who's streaming right now so I can read. Ryan, right? I'm going to have Ryan tomorrow, next weekend. I'm going to have Ryan next weekend on Reaper. Much love, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Gay Force. Gay Force tomorrow. Gay Force. El Ángel, El Madero, El G-National. I missed the Golden Kappa train. Indeed, my lord. El Matt. Thank you so much. El Alpha. I'm going to be working on my YouTube video right now. I'm going to send my friend the picture. Send me a picture, Matt, so I can put it on the thumbnail. El Yandy, El Chimchi, El Cat Dogs. Poderoso, El Solcito. Se cuidan. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be cooking now on the YouTube video, guys. I think I'm not going to upload the videos today. I'm going to upload them tomorrow. Like around 11:1. For more viewership. Smile here in the streets, boys. All right, GG. Have a good night. Take care, boss.